Okay, before we get started today, we are in the middle of a heat wave, so if there will be sweat pouring all over me, please don't mind that. Today we'll be talking about a professional grade, very affordable 700 watt bicolor LED light for lighting up your photo shoots as well as your videos. And well, this light is currently lighting me up, and believe it or not, I'm running it at, there's an app. I'm running it at 10%, which is ridiculous. Just to show you how ridiculous this is. This is now 100%. So the light of the day is the GVM SD700B 700 watt B bicolor, the AIO version, and this is as affordable as you can get when it comes to high quality, high performance, CRI and TLCI over 97, which means that the color coming from this light is going to be phenomenally accurate, plus it holds the accuracy and the intensity throughout the whole bicolor range, which goes from 2700 Kelvin all the way to 6800 Kelvin, which means that this light is suitable for pretty much any situation. Now, before we get to the actual light, here are some facts and statistics from this light. So if I just skip this through, it's compact and easy to travel with, although it is a really big and a really heavy light, but it is compact considering that it is 700 watts. As you can see, the color accuracy is 97 plus. Now, what's cool about this light is that you can use the DMX connection and you can connect multiple lights together and control them remotely with other lights. For that, you will need an extra adapter. I don't have it, so I cannot try it out, but you can pair it up into like a real professional lighting setup. Now, GVM offer, of course, a whole bunch of accessories, which I will be trying out, not in this video, in future videos, but you can get the softboxes, the Fresnels, the reflectors, the diffusers, and a whole bunch of things. So you can get a complete package. And just to show you some numbers, which I did not memorize everything in my head, but you can see the photometrics of this light over here. Here you see the temperature scale, so the 2700 to 6800, the distance where it was measured, so 3 and 5 meters, and you can see that the lux stay pretty consistent almost throughout the whole color temperature range, and some other data that you can find over here. And right there at the bottom, you can see that it's 7 kilograms. It is a heavy light, but the heaviness comes down to the really amazing build quality. It's built from aluminum, and I think it's polycarbonate plastic, so it's a combination of both. It has internal cooling fans, which means that it will not overheat even in the blistering hot sun if you're shooting outside. But I do have to mention, just like with every LED light and pretty much every strobe light, they do tend to get hot after a while, so make sure to not touch the light right after it's being operated for a few hours. Okay, so let's take a look at the buttons, the menus, the details, the app, and then we'll do a practical example. Okay, so let's take a look at the onboard display and the buttons and the connections that are on this light. Here is a nice color display. You have the on and off button, you have your menu button and your dial, which can be pressed in to change the setting that you want. So if I go to intensity, I can make this more intense, and then I can go down to the temperature and I can go all the way to that 6800 Kelvin or down to 2700 Kelvin, which you can see that it is getting a lot warmer on this side of me where the light is pointing. And you can control the temperature with 50 Kelvin accuracy, and for the intensity you can actually control this very precisely with 0.1%, which is like really crazy. And if we press on the menu button, we hold this, we then go into the menu. This is where we can adjust all of the settings that are on the light, including the data cable, which you can then program with a special module to control multiple lights together. You can wire them together. So you can control the dimming curve, linear, exponential, logarithmic, like an S curve. And there's some other settings here as well, like the fan setup. You can control how silent or high speed or smart the fan in here is working. But more important than this, we can control this light with the app. Now, all GVM lights are controlled with a single app, and you can actually mash multiple lights together. As you can see here, I have quite a library of GVM lights, and I can control each one individually or all of them together if I group them. So in this case, I have the GVM SD700B AIO, so I'm going to click on this, and I immediately go into the CCT menu. So here I can turn off the light, I can turn on the light, I can change the color temperature, I can change the intensity, I can change the curve, so it's going to go slow, and then it's going to really really ramp up at the end, or like a logarithmic curve, so really sensitive in the beginning and then it slowly fades away, or linear, so just go like in a linear fashion. I have some predetermined Kelvin values, so the 3200, the 4300 and the 5600, which would be kind of the neutral white light. You can see how the light is changing as I'm changing these settings. And you can also go into the effects. Now what this does is, well, you can choose an effect, let's say, I don't know, lightning, and I can turn this on and I can start play, and now this is going to simulate the lightning. So if I was to put this outside, which we will be doing in just a second, I can simulate a thunderstorm being active outside. And there's a whole bunch of other effects. I can go with, let's say, I know, a candle light, which is going to simulate a nice warm candle lit situation, and all the other kind of standard effects that you might find useful on a filming set. So you don't have to have somebody manually turning on and turning off the light. You have these pre-built. And what's more, you also have source matching. So if you go here, I can choose like the source light. So for instance, a tungsten light bulb, I can go with, again, with the candle light, is going to warm everything up. I can go with, you know, the Hemi 5600 and a whole bunch of these standardized light sources that can also be used with the app. So you don't have to figure out, you know, the color temperature of like a specific light source. Really cool. And I really like the fact that if you have multiple lights, you can control them all with just one app. You know what? Let's go to that practical example and really use the power of this 700 watt light in action. Okay, let's do a practical scene. I am now being lit up by the outside window, but I can actually simulate daytime with just this one big light and a big softbox. So let me show you what I mean. That's it. That's my whole light source right over there. You know, and the cool thing is that I can just choose a light source. This is now daylight, so 5600 Kelvin, but I can go into, let's say, well, sunrise, sunset, a much more warmer scenario. And it's really cool that I can control this with just this one light, which is currently stronger than the outdoor sun. In the front there is a Bowens mount bayonet for connecting all sorts of modifiers that have a standard Bowens mount. All the handles and the levers are very well built, they're very strong, and once you tighten them up, they will not let go, even if you have a really heavy 120 centimeter softbox attached to the light. Now, before I end this video, I am going to be making a special playlist of all of the GVM lights that I will be receiving in the near future. GVM are sponsoring this channel, and I do appreciate them a lot because they have some really high quality light options and light solutions that I use in my everyday video and photography creation. So make sure you're subscribed for more videos like this in here, in the studio, outside. And if you have any comments or questions, leave that down below. There's also links to every light that I will be portraying in the specific video. You'll find the links down in the description, and well, hit the like button for the algorithm. That really helps, and I appreciate you a lot. Thank you. And if you want to stay on the channel and watch more lighting solution videos, click the videos over here. Thank you, and I'll see you in these two. Bye bye.